Hey gorgeous, ready to feel incredible today? Because this one is going to change everything. I am so excited to share this with you. And I promise by the end you are going to see yourself completely differently. I spend time researching the best techniques and styles, so I can bring you simple tutorials that truly work. Today we are transforming your look with 5 outdated hairstyles making you look older. Replace them with these, and I promise you are going to feel amazing. We are going to walk through 5 hairstyles that may actually be aging you. And more importantly, I am going to show you exactly what to do instead. Each replacement is simple, modern, and completely beautiful. Part 1. The helmet perm. Replace it with soft loose waves. Alright, ready for this? Because we are starting with one of the biggest culprits out there. The tight, rounded perm, often called the helmet perm, has been a go-to for decades. But here is something most people miss. That rigid, uniform curl actually draws attention to facial lines and flattens your overall silhouette. It can make the face look rounder, and the style look dated almost immediately. Here is what to do instead. Ask your stylist for soft, loose waves with movement. Think gentle bends rather than tight coils. This style adds volume without structure, and it frames the face in the most flattering way. You are going to love how light and modern it feels. Now watch this closely. The key is keeping the wave pattern irregular. Not every strand needs to curl the same way. Variety in the wave pattern creates that natural, effortless look that reads as fresh and current. Almost nobody talks about this part, but it makes an enormous difference. Use a large barrel curling wand and wrap sections loosely, holding for just a few seconds. Then release and let the wave fall naturally. Do not brush it out tightly. Instead, run your fingers through gently. See that softness? Gorgeous, right? You are doing beautifully. That relaxed, flowing texture is exactly what we want for a modern, youthful finish. And that is it for this step. Easy, right? Part 2. The stiff teased bouffant. Replace it with lifted root volume. Let's begin beautifully, because this next swap is going to feel like such a relief. The stiff, heavily teased bouffant was once the ultimate style statement. But this small change makes a huge difference. When hair is back-combed aggressively and set with heavy spray, it creates a dense, immovable shape that actually reads as effort rather than elegance. It can age a look by decades. Here is your modern replacement. Lifted root volume. This gives you all the height and presence of the bouffant, but with movement and softness that feels completely current. How is it feeling so far? Because once you try this, you will never go back. Here is something most people miss. Root volume is created at the scalp, not by piling hair on top. Use a volumizing mousse applied directly to the roots while hair is damp. Flip your head forward and blow dry the roots upward and away from the scalp. This builds genuine lift that lasts all day without any teasing at all. Once dry, flip back and smooth the top layer gently with a paddle brush. You want lift at the crown with softness along the sides. No crunchy texture, no stiff cell. Just beautiful, bouncy volume that moves when you move. Notice the difference already? That lightness is exactly what makes this style so flattering and so modern. Perfect, keep going. You are absolutely nailing this already. And that is it for this step. Easy, right? Part 3. The severe short crop. Replace it with a soft textured pixie. Okay gorgeous, here is where the magic starts. The severe short crop, cut very close with sharp rigid lines, is a style that can unintentionally harden facial features. Almost nobody talks about this part, but sharp geometric cuts at this stage of life can actually emphasize lines and angles rather than softening them. It is a subtle shift, but it matters enormously. Your replacement is the soft-textured pixie. Same beautiful short length, but with intentional softness built into every layer. This is where the magic happens. A textured pixie works with your natural hair pattern and creates movement and dimension that a blunt crop simply cannot achieve. Ask your stylist to add piecewise layers throughout the top and sides. The ends should be point cut rather than blunt cut. This removes weight and allows the hair to fall with natural texture instead of sitting flat or rigid. Now watch this closely. The fringe area is everything. A soft side swept or slightly wispy fringe immediately lifts the eye area and creates a more open, refreshed appearance. Style with a small amount of light pomade or texture cream. Scrunch it through the ends and allow the hair to dry naturally, or use a diffuser on low heat. You are doing beautifully. Avoid blow drying with a brush, which flattens the texture and brings back that rigid look we are moving away from. See that softness around the face? Gorgeous, right? That is the modern pixie done perfectly. And that is it for this step. Easy, right? Part 4. The flat iron bone straight style. Replace it with smooth with bend. Alright, ready for this? Because this one surprises so many people. Bone straight, completely flat hair. Achieved by running a flat iron over every strand until there is zero movement, can actually drag the face downward. Here is something most people miss. When hair falls in a completely straight, heavy curtain, it pulls the eye down rather than lifting it. That downward direction is what creates that unintentionally aged appearance. Your modern replacement is smooth with bend. This means the hair has that sleek, polished finish you love, but with a gentle curve or flick at the ends. That subtle bend changes everything about how the style reads. This small change makes a huge difference in how lifted and fresh your overall look becomes. Here is exactly how to achieve it. Blow dry your hair smooth using a round brush, rolling the ends under or away from the face as you finish each section. Then take your flat iron and work in sections. For the last 2 inches of each section, rotate the iron slightly inward or outward as you pull through. This creates that beautiful bend without looking curled. How is it feeling so far? Because the finish is so polished and so effortless. Finish with a light shine serum smoothed over the top layer. Avoid heavy oils that weigh the hair down. You want movement, not weight. Notice how the ends lift slightly, and the whole style feels fresher and more modern? That is exactly what we want. You are doing beautifully. And that is it for this step. Easy, right? Part 5. The center part with flat crown. Replace it with a soft side part. Let's begin beautifully with this final transformation, because it might just be the simplest and most powerful swap of all 5. The center part with a flat crown is incredibly common, but here is something most people miss. A perfectly centered part draws the eye directly to the center of the face, which can emphasize symmetry imbalances and flatten the crown completely. That flat crown is one of the most aging elements of any hairstyle. Your replacement is the soft side part. Moving your part just 1 to 2 inches to the side instantly creates asymmetry, which reads as modern, dynamic, and youthful. Now watch this closely. It also naturally lifts the crown and creates volume where the hair is redirected across the head. Almost nobody talks about how transformative this single change truly is. To switch your part, do it while the hair is still damp after washing. Use a rat tail comb to draw a clean line slightly to one side. Then blow dry the crown section by lifting it upward and away from the scalp as you dry. This trains the hair into its new direction and builds that lift right at the root. Once dry, the crown should have beautiful natural height. Finish the sides smoothly, and allow the longer top section to sweep softly across. See that lift? Gorgeous, right? That asymmetry is so flattering and so current. Perfect, keep going. A small spritz of flexible hold spray at the crown keeps everything in place without stiffness. That is exactly what we want. You have absolutely nailed every single one of these today. And that is it for this final step. Easy, right? And just like that beautiful, you have created something truly stunning. 5 simple swaps, and your whole look has shifted into something modern, fresh, and completely you. I know you are going to wear this with such confidence. Remember, it is never about chasing trends. It is about finding what lifts you, flatters you, and makes you feel like the most beautiful version of yourself every single day. You deserve that. If this tutorial helped you, please like this video, subscribe to Timeless Wisdom Path, and comment below with your results. I read every single one.